Okay.
Nice, man.
Go.
All right, this should be fun. Chatting to an exciting crop of small forward types at the Hawks. We've got Connor McDonald, Nick Watson, Jack Ginnivan and Dylan Moore. Gents, thanks for your time. What do we call this crew?
Few names, I reckon.
What do you guys like running with?
The Mozzies sometimes. Yeah, Mosquito Fleet.
Mitch said the Mosquito Fleet, that's what they like to call themselves. All right, what about the coach? Now, he wasn't a big celebrator. I mean, we know he was a star player and he appears to be absolutely flying early days as a coach. How does he handle the extroverted nature of your celebrations and the way you go about your business?
He loves it, I reckon. He sent me I did that one on the weekend and he actually sent me a soccer player doing it. So that's where I got the inspo from.
I reckon our forward line coach, Adrian Hickmott, he loves it as well.
Yeah.
He's probably been the biggest driver, besides from the lads. It's pretty much been Hick. Like, every meeting, he'll be like, boys having fun on the weekend. What do you got for us this week? Like, you better be celebrating, otherwise I'll get angry at you. So our Monday review sometime is, why didn't you celebrate enough?
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's exciting. Now, Brucey's got his 300th. You've got your 100th coming up this weekend. And there's a mentor relationship in that, Dylan, is there?
Yeah, absolutely. I think probably from my third year onwards, he really took me under his wing and showed me the ropes, and I'm very grateful of him because he's been such a legend, I think, just on and off the field, just teaching me a lot of little tricks. I didn't grow up as a forward. I grew up as midfielder, so coming into AFL, he was the one that really taught me all forward craft, and I've been able to learn a lot from him, and especially his work inside 50 is tremendous. Like, he's been one of the best small forwards and most consistent small forwards of the past 15 years, so to be able to lean on him a lot has been really special.
All right, let's just talk serious for a moment. 0 and 5, things aren't going great, and it's probably where a lot of people thought Hawthorn would be down in the bottom half of the table. What changed?
Maury commented when he was at the airport bringing mouthguards to training, and I think that Gold Coast game was the biggest flip around for us. So we changed a few things within training and the game, and then we were just able to turn it around. But I think we just became a bit more serious. We weren't happy with where we were at, and then ultimately we were able to win some more games and get on a roll.
Because it wasn't just the numbers. I mean, North Melbourne were expected to be down the bottom anyway, so it was probably a semi-expected win anyway to break the drought. But what got into your head? Because I've heard from a few people that you wanted to say a few things.
Yeah, I think the media have blown that up around the mouth guards, but it was the conversations the night before that really drove it. It wasn't my comments in the media, it was the change rooms after the Gold Coast game where we all sat around similar to this and it was just like, why are we here? Do we want to be here? And we all had really honest conversations with each other as a playing group with no coaches. And that was the first probably part of my career where I've actually understood what standards are needed to win a premiership. And we had premiership players in the room who actually spoke up and said, yeah, this isn't where we need to be, this isn't where we want to be, like, let's be better. And I think from that, then everyone's just put in an extra 5-10%, and that's all it's needed in AFL is to gain an extra 5 or 10%, and then you can be a lot better off. So there's a lot around the conversations beforehand, and then, yeah, mouth guards in the media, it's just blown it up a bit.
It's great leadership, though, but that can be confronting for the young blokes. How did you guys handle that when all of a sudden things aren't going great and players are starting to talk?
Well, I thought it was, a great conversation to have. To be honest, like, we didn't start well, but it felt like around the group we were still happy, still celebrating, and that's what I love about the group. Like, we weren't winning, but we were celebrating, having fun. The results weren't working. So, the conversations were had, and I feel like it was a positive thing that needed to happen. And then since that moment, we've just taken everything in our stride, and everything has been, nearly perfect from that point on, to be honest.
First year in the system for you, Nick, what was that like?
Yeah, it was a bit of a roller coaster. So, started early on and we lost a few in a row, then had injury as well through the ankle. So, it took me a bit to get back to my form, but I'm loving this end part of the season and hopefully it continues on for another couple of weeks.
Yeah, we spoke to you Friday night and I asked you about working on your goal kicking.
Yeah.
And there was a little line you said, that was always going to come.
Yeah.
So you've obviously been doing some hard work, but I believe Sam Mitchell's the one that thought we need to be consistent in our voice here, and it's just he and you talking about it.
Yeah, it wasn't much like him teaching me the technique of how to kick goals. Like, I grew up kicking goals, so he believed in me in that part, but it was just, the one voice was the most important thing, and it's obviously starting to pay off a bit now. But nah, just really all I needed just one voice, and he took initiative.
Does it surprise you boys to know that he just said, no, it'll come? A little bit of confidence from the young fella?
No, I don't think so.
All right, let's go back to the round 10 game. Port Adelaide, obviously it's coming up this week. You had that game essentially sewn up, but you lost from what most people would say was nearly unlosable. Mind you, the way the game's played these days, nothing's unlosable. What have you learned from that situation as you prepare to head back there again?
Yeah, the biggest thing we learnt was actually the week before in the review. I think we beat St Kilda in Tassie, but we didn't kick a goal in the last quarter.
Yep.
But because we won, we didn't worry about it. And then in next week, we're up by 30 and we go a bit more defensive. As a playing group, as a coach group, we all went a little bit more defensive and we didn't kick a goal in the last quarter. And Port Adelaide was like kicked 6 or 7, and it was just like, we didn't review this week before because we got the result we wanted. So I think the biggest learning from everyone from that was just like, we got to play the same way no matter what, and we got to review the little things. So even this week, there's a few things in the Doggies game that didn't go our way, and we're like, all right, well, we can't do that again this week, otherwise we'll get touched up. So I feel like that's been the biggest learning by far.
Is there anything surprising you, the way the Hawks are going? I mean, the last 15 weeks has been ridiculous. Has it actually surprised you?
Yeah, I think it's surprised everyone. Like the whole external world is so surprised but loving it. But I think even though we were losing at the start, like we were just sticking to our system and we knew that was going to work. And when we play our best footy, we match it with everyone in the competition. So I think all of us had that inner belief. We just had to get it right for longer periods of time. And I think we've excited ourselves so much and everyone else that's watched us. So we just had to get it right, and we have, and made finals now. So we're just trying to see how good we can have it for as long as we can.
All right, we need you to give us a little bit of insight into the coach. He did have a parting shot before you guys came in and said they're all lunatics, they're all imbeciles. But we know him as a great player. We know he's coaching really well, but a lot of people out there don't quite know what makes him tick and how does he handle all you guys, and what's it like daily life here at the club with Mitch?
He's got a good balance, I feel like, with relationships outside the club as well. Like I feel like he has a pretty strong connection with all the boys in the group. He's not just like sort of singled out, or he's got his favourites and whatnot. So he just gets around everyone. He's like, because he's still pretty young. So I feel like, sometimes he just wants to be part of the boys. He tries to get out on the track and get smashed, and then that's him done for the day. So but that's the one thing I found in my first year. I get along with him pretty well.
Yeah, he's just like, he knows when to be serious and when not to as well. Like, we have this probably rule, 48 hours. So you can celebrate for 48 hours, and then when we get in on Monday or Tuesday, whenever it is, then it's time to switch on again. So, he's got that really good balance between having fun and then when it's time to go, we go. And he's been amazing for me for my first year as well.
Because you're an interesting one, Jack. And when I don't care about comparing club to club and what the environments were like, but I suspect you're not an easy character to work out all the time, or to handle. So it'll be an interesting relationship, you personally, with Mitch.
Yeah, I think me and Mitch are probably pretty similar in the way we act sometimes. Like, you probably don't see Mitch around the club, but he's very cheeky and, cheeky drive-by comments and things like that, which is how I
always a good sledger.
Exactly. Well, yeah, so we're pretty similar, and so we bounce off each other. We both love the game of footy as well. So he's been so easy to connect with, and he's been so amazing for me.
All right, time to include a few of your other teammates. Who are the weirdest blokes at the club?
Weirdest?
Jack Scrimshaw.
Screams.
What does he do? What does Scrimmers do?
Oh, a lot.
I don't think we can say anything.
Okay. Who else?
Blake Hardwick.
Denver Granger Brass.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Sure. A few zesty customers.
Isn't it funny? I'm talking to forwards and I asked for the weirdest blokes, you've gone Backman.
Backman are weird.
Can't stand it.
Backman and boring.
All right, what's the best part of being at the Hawthorn Football Club?
Getting to come into work and be with your best mates. It's pretty fun. Like these three here, it's just so exciting. Come together, play good footy, hang out as mates, and just getting to come into work every day. Like, it's pretty special. And go out there and kick goals and celebrate with the crowd. I think we've got the best job in the world.
And especially after a win as well, coming back in to work, it's a lot better feeling.
Yeah, I feel like we just work so hard on the track and we enjoy working hard. Like, we'll be out there today and it's like 2 hours of just hard work, but we enjoy it as well. Little breaks, we'll sledge each other and have fun in like a lot of the little games. which I really enjoy, is we'll do a little 4-minute drill, and it doesn't mean a lot, but we make it mean a lot.
Yep.
And we admire the little things in those drills. And then when game day comes around, it's so much fun. Just for 2 hours, it's just like buzzing around the forward line with the Mozzies. It's just like, it's so much fun.
It's a great mindset to have. So outside of footy, we'll go down the line. We'll start at your end, Dylan. Hobbies, pastimes, what are you away from the game?
Love just going to cafes, finding nice coffee spots. That's a big one for me. I study commerce, just on the side, just try to get it done, but it's a bit of a grind. But yeah, I try to have a hit of golf a little bit, not very good, but I do a few different little things just to keep me occupied.
Jack?
Yeah, pretty similar. Love going to cafes, down the beach, done to some forces near Albert Park's good. Yeah, pretty reserved guy, like basketball, like
Did you say
sports.
pretty reserved guy?
Yeah, like outside of footy, just like pretty chill. And a bit of a pool shark, so I love playing pool as well.
All right, what about you, Nick?
Yeah, I'm pretty chill. I'll just see mates, go out for dinner and whatnot. Pretty good at squash as well, so...
Squash?
Yeah.
That's
Good at that and tennis.
Didn't say I play squash, he said, I'm pretty good at squash too.
Bit of tennis as well, basketball, but yeah, chill.
Very nice.
Yeah, just catching up with mates, going to get a coffee, same as these blokes. I enjoy my music as well. I know Guinea and Watto do as well, so if we find new songs here or there, try and share them around. It's pretty fun. And
One more on the count of 3. Who's the hardest worker in the group? 1, 2, 3.
Maury.
Ooh. You point at me, boys.
not him.
Where were you pointing, Dylan?
Gid.
Oh, that's
There's a couple of
interesting.
me there.
Okay. Who'd you say, Nick?
I said Maury.
So you've basically all gone different.
No one's
That's
got
right.
me.
That's the best. Everyone's got me.
Give you a couple
In 3 years.
Stitch that.
Oh, beautiful. Guys, really enjoyed catching up. Great to have a little bit of fun. Enjoy what you're doing. Keep enjoying it and hope you get the results you're looking for.
Thank you.
Appreciate it,
Cheers.
fellas.
Cheers. Thank you.